And welcome into the Castle here tonight. We're getting you set for East Noble and Norwell in just a few moments, but it is senior night, so we'll have those festivities for you live in just a moment. We'll join public address announcer Jamie Feldheiser for all of the festivities. Two senior basketball players being recognized here tonight for Norwell, and a handful of cheerleaders as well. Mackenzie Tolliver and Emily Todd will be recognized for their efforts, and they have been intangible for Eric Thornton and his group, obviously leading this team to a 17-4 record to this point, entering tonight with a conference championship share of the title on the line with a victory. Also, Huntington North can wrap it up tonight as well, and so can Columbia City. All three teams could finish at 6-1 and tie for the Northeast 8 title. So we're just hanging around for the start of the festivities. We'll also have a little bit of a break, and then we'll come back with our full pregame show as we normally do here on Wells County Voice, along with Alex Howard and Megan Miller. And we'll have that entire pregame to get everything set for you and set the scene for Norwell's final regular season contest before sectional play begins next Wednesday night for the Lady Knights down at Mississinewa. And here comes Jamie Feldheiser.
To senior night here at the Castle, before the varsity game, it's time to recognize our senior cheerleaders and girls basketball players for all their contributions to the school and community. Our first senior cheerleader this evening is Allison Bear. Allison is the daughter of Tony and Sarah Bear. Allie has been a 4-year member of the Norwell cheer team. She participates in competitive cheer with Stealth Athletics for 2 years. Allison was Student of the Year in the campaign through the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society in 2020. Allison's favorite cheer memory is performing at UCA camp with her black eye thanks to Lainey Zimmer. Allison's future plans include attending the University of St. Francis to pursue a degree in nursing in the hopes to be a pediatric oncology nurse. Allison Bear.
They got into all that other stuff. A lot to remember.
Our next senior is Grace Booth. Grace is the daughter of Julie Reed and Roger and Bethany Booth. Grace has been a member of the Norwell cheer team for 4 years. Her favorite cheer memories were creating memories in the woods at UCA camp. Grace's future plans are to attend Purdue for a to pursue a degree in nursing. Grace Booth. Our next senior is Grayson Clark. Grayson is the daughter of Shane and Victoria Mason and Dustin Clark. Grayson is a 4-year member of the Norwell cheer team. She has played softball for 2 years. Grayson's favorite cheer memory is when her coaches and teammates encouraged her to step out of her comfort zone and try out for All-American at UCA camps. Her future plans are to attend Indiana Wesleyan University.
They have a circle on the bottom where you mount to a 5-gallon bucket.
Education.
For ice
Grayson
For ice
Clark.
fishing or whatever you want them for, I guess.
Our next senior is Hannah Foss. Hannah is the daughter of Keith and Kayla Foss. Hannah is a 4-year member of the Norwell cheer team. She competed in track for 1 year and has been a member of National Honor Society for 2 years. She's also been a member of 4-H for 10 years. Hannah has been an active youth group member of Hope Missionary Church for 4 years. Hannah's favorite cheer memory is winning the cheer competition at UCA her sophomore year after days of hard work and fun with her teammates. Hannah's future plans include attending Huntington University to study clinical psychology. Hannah Foss. Our next senior is Jocelyn Jackson. Jocelyn is the daughter of Aaron and Tamara Jackson. Jocelyn has been a member of the Norwell cheer program for 4 years. Her favorite cheer memory is going to UCA camp with the whole team. Jocelyn's future plans include attending undecided university, to major in physical therapy, and to work at Wiley Hospital in the future. Jocelyn Jackson. Our next senior cheerleader is Emily Taylor. Emily is the daughter of Aaron and Jayla Taylor. Emily has been a member of the Norwell cheer program for 4 years. Emily has been an UCA All-American cheerleader for 2 years. She has competed in competitive cheer with Stealth Athletics for 4 years. She has taught tumbling classes at Stealth Athletics for 1 year. She has also been involved in the Hope Missionary Church Youth Group for the past 4 years. Emily's favorite cheer memories are having her best friends in her step group and rooming with Alana and Hadley at cheer camp. Emily's future plans include attending Indiana Wesleyan University to pursue a degree in social work. Emily Taylor. Our final senior cheerleader is Amy
We
Zimmer.
have Wednesday services.
Lane is the daughter of Brian and Lindsay Zimmer. Lane has been a member of the Norwell cheer program for 4 years. She has been involved in campus life for 4 years, a 2-year member of National Honor Society, and has been on the Riley Dance Marathon Committee for 2 years. Lane has been a member of the Missionary Youth Group for 4 years. Her favorite cheer memories are getting to know all the girls in the
I thought he was kidding with me. You know how his voice gets through a little.
Future plans include attending a undecided university, pursuing a degree in education.
I didn't know. You know, he's talking to me like this. I was like, and he's like, oh no,
You know,
he went into Elmo. And I'm like, what? And then come to realize that he's like, you're a lot.
He's a preemie or his lungs never fully developed or
Some
something.
guys have a little vowel, don't it?
She has played on always 100 AAU basketball league for 8 years. And has been a member of National
There's like 4 of them.
for 2 years. Emily's favorite basketball memories are all the overnight stays with her AAU teammates and getting the opportunity to play with her best friend Mackenzie in school and AAU ball for the last 9 years. Emily's future plans include attending Spring Arbor University to study criminal justice and pre-law and to continue her basketball career. Emily
I did
Todd.
once. Went 10 miles after his dog, and that was it. He likes them to go deep.
And our final senior basketball player is Mackenzie Tolliver. Mackenzie is the daughter of William and Lisa Tolliver. Mackenzie has been a member of the Norwell basketball program for 4 years. She has played volleyball for 4 years, participated in softball for 1 year, and competes in tennis this spring for her 4th season. Mackenzie has been a member of National Honor Society and a member of 4-H for 10 years. Mackenzie's favorite basketball memory is getting to go to semi-state with her team. That was a big accomplishment for the team, and they had a lot of fun staying in the not-so-nice hotel the night before. Mackenzie's future plans include attending Anderson University to major in business and continue her basketball career. Mackenzie Tolliver.
Still on that third row, what's that bowl?
Go to house.
That's 550, I think. They put a new place on this.
Yeah.
Last time I was up there, they still had the old trailer.
Yeah, it's a new house.
They put a new double one.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give these seniors another round of applause.
Eric Kaiser's his also.
All right, so that concludes our senior night festivities here tonight. We'll take a short timeout. We'll be back with the full pregame show to preview East Noble and Norwell here at the Castle tonight in just a few minutes.
you for logging on to this broadcast of high school sports on WellsCountyVoice.com. WellsCountyVoice.com, an online service that allows fans and parents to watch high school sports live anywhere and anytime that's convenient for your schedule. As always, we encourage you to go to the games and support the students, but when you simply can't, we're glad you're here with us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game, so please support these businesses whenever you can. Now, sit back and enjoy the game.
And welcome once again inside the castle here in Ossian. Regular season finale for the Lady Knights, and a conference title is on the line. It's Norwell and East Noble tonight here in Ossian. Good evening, friends. Welcome aboard alongside longtime friend and partner Alex Howard. I'm Derek Decker. Megan Miller will join the broadcast in just a moment. Alex, this Norwell team is as hot as they could be right now. They've won 9 out of their last 10. Their only loss, not a very disappointing one, at Carroll in a game that they made really close at the end against a quality SAC team. And they're playing an East Noble team tonight with a little extra juice. It's senior night, a great crowd and great atmosphere here as they close out the regular season before the tournament begins, and a chance at hardware for the 3rd consecutive season.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about it the last few broadcasts. Coach Thornton has this team firing on all cylinders right at the right time. With a little stumble there from Columbia City, they've now kept themselves in this NE8 race, and as long as they don't stumble over themselves tonight, they're a shoo-in for at least a share of that NE8 title. Yeah, a win clinches a share of the hardware tonight. Also, Columbia City is down at New Haven, so that's all but a guaranteed victory for them, so they should clinch a share. And then Huntington North also has what should be a victory against Leo. Huntington North would also clinch a share. It would be a 3-way tie, and that, unless something really crazy happens on the final night tonight, that is what's going to be the case, and 3 teams will share the conference title this season. All right, let's think a little bit bigger picture. Norwell has sectional coming up next week, and so does East Noble for that matter. They drew a bye, so a nice draw for the Lady Knights from Kendallville. They'll await the winner of Northrop or Northside. Norwell will take on the Lures Lady Knights, which, again, when you look at the way the teams have matched up, that has been a historic sectional matchup. Feels like those two teams go through each other at least once every single year. Last year, Norwell dominated a week after losing here at home against Lures, and the year before that, they mounted a 17-point second-half comeback to win down in the same place at Mississinawa, where they'll be playing again. Mark Pixley's got to be anxious to get back at it and get another crack at the Lady Knights. Yeah, absolutely. As you said, these two teams know each other really, really well from the sectional standpoint. A couple of regular season classics as well, but mainly in the sectional there, that's a very competitive, tight matchup. That sectional, we talk about it all the time. It really looks like it's the Lady Knights sectional to lose here. Norwell's sectional to lose. Agreed. Even with Belmont filling back from an injury. And that'll make things interesting if they meet Friday night. Tighter, yeah, right. But all signs lead to Norwell kind of rolling through that sectional. Yeah, I think Belmont is certainly their biggest competition there. The other teams that they did play during the regular season, Norwell rolled over, and it's likely to be a barely above 500 Heritage team to come out of the top half of the bracket, facing the winner of Eastern and Oak Hill, which both of those teams are struggling this season. So that's kind of what's going on in the sectional preview, sectional 23 down at Mississinawa. We will have those games for you here on The Voice. Wednesday night, Norwell tips at 7:30, approximately 7:30. There'll be the second game following the first one down there at Mississinawa. This is the Billy Ann's Supper Pub pregame show. Billy Ann's Supper Pub is located in downtown Bluffton and is located as your choice for Tex-Mex, some of the best burgers in the area, and some of the best American food as well. That's Billy Ann's Supper Pub, located in downtown Bluffton. Let's step aside. We'll take a short timeout. We'll return with the balance of the pregame show, followed by starters and the tip on WellsCountyVoice.com.
In business since 1981, Barkley Builders has been building residential homes and commercial projects in Northeast Indiana, taking pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. With interaction between clients, vendors, and trade contractors, Barkley Builders meets the needs of homeowners to build their forever home. At Barkley Builders, it's all about you. It's your heart and your soul at the center of every design decision made. Josh and his team are poised to build the home you've always wanted. It isn't just a home, it's your forever home. Contact Barkley Builders at 260-622-7674. That's 622-7674. Or find them on Facebook at Barkley Builders, Inc. Let Barkley Builders get started on your Barkley Built Forever home.
You've heard of Seize the Day, right? Well, this month you can pay the day at the YMCA. Join the Y on January 24th and pay $24 for the entire month. If you wait till the 31st, you pay $31, but that's still a savings of $44. Get your family connected to healthy activities in a clean, safe environment with a membership to the Y. Save big with Pay the Day at the YMCA now through January 31st. Visit fwymca.org for details. Offer valid at YMCA's in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties. Some restrictions apply.
When looking to sell or buy a home in Wells County, it's so important to work with an experienced, full-time agent from the local area. I'm Bev Grish, and I'm beginning my 24th year helping families in the real estate business and would love to guide your family through the process. When you choose to work with a local agent who knows the Wells County market, you are a step ahead. I have built good working relationships with local lenders, realtors, inspectors, contractors, and appraisers, and it helps the process go smoothly. Whether you are buying your first home, a larger home, investment property, dream home, selling a long-time family business, or downsizing into retirement, I'm here to help. Heartfelt thanks for supporting me 24 years in the real estate business I truly love. Bev sells Wells at 466-1822.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists. They offer a great variety of cleaning services, commercial cleaning, cleaning windows, strip and wax floors, clean carpets, complete sanitizing of facilities, floor repair or replacement. They will also schedule a PM maintenance program.
At Cleaning One, your security is their top priority. They do a complete background check on each of their employees so you can feel good about letting them into your homes. For more information, give Rob a call at 260-409-2564 or give Bob a call, 260-403-7676. Or you can simply send them an email at officeonecleaning@yahoo.com.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists.
Go back to the Castle just a few minutes before tonight's starting lineups. We'll have the national anthem here for you live tonight, presented by the Norwell Pep Band. Really nice crowd on hand here tonight. And again, Norwell's going for a 10-0 season here at the Castle tonight. Let's join public address announcer Jamie Feldheiser for tonight's special announcement.
This week, Cleve Bailey, father of Norwell basketball players Leighton and Cohen Bailey, passed away after a lengthy battle against cancer. We would ask that you please join us in a moment of silence to honor and remember Cleve. Thank you. And now please continue standing and remove all caps as we honor America and those who serve and protect it with the playing of our national anthem.
nice job by the Norwell Pep Band here tonight. And also, before we get to our starting lineups, just want to say from the Voice family that we wish the Bailey family, and we send them prayers. Obviously a very tragic situation that's occurred here at Norwell, and in the Norwell family. Cleat had an impact really on all of us and a lot of folks in the athletic community, not just here at Norwell, but in the larger community abroad. Let's get to our starting lineups now tonight. We'll start with East Noble, who comes into tonight with a record of 4-14, 1-4 in the Northeast State Conference. They'll start 4 guards. At 1 guard, it's Kendall Minear, a 5'6 senior, alongside Bailey Bortner, a 5-foot sophomore. At a 3rd guard, Peyton Quake, a 5'7 sophomore, and Bree Walmsley, a 5'2 senior. And at center, it's a freshman, Taylor Eggering, listed at 5'11. Sean Kimmel is in his 2nd season at the helm of the East Noble program, 14-29 as the head man at East Noble in his 6th season overall, with a record of 35-94 after 4 losing seasons at Pioneer. For the 5th-ranked Norwell Lady Knights, who come into tonight at 17-4, 5-1 of the Northeast State Conference, a win gets them into a share of the conference title and finishes 10-0 here inside their home building at the Castle this season. 4 guards for Norwell, Kennedy Filling, 5'7 sophomore, alongside Mackenzie Tolliver, a 5'5 senior, Emily Todd, a 5'6 senior, Annabelle Johnson, a 5'5 sophomore, and Skyla Tomasek, a 6'1 junior. Head coach Eric Thornton in his 25th season at Norwell, a record of 406 and 182. He's got the 8th most victories amongst current coaches in the state of Indiana on the girls' side in active coaches' ranks. Our 3 officials tonight, Ryan Carroll, Steve Yoder, and Emily Leidy-Smith. Emily will tip it up here. It's Skyla Tomasek, who has a significant size advantage against the 5'7 Peyton Quake as we get set to go on this Friday night. Really nice atmosphere and great crowd inside the Castle. Tip won by Norwell. Off we go. Norwell playing for a share of the Northeast State Conference title for the 3rd straight season. A 3 is rained from Mackenzie Tolliver, the senior tonight, who expects to play with a little extra juice, one would imagine. And Norwell's not afraid to shoot it from out there. Took 25 of them in their blowout victory against New Haven. Has a walk by Emily Todd to get us underway here tonight. Norwell made 7 of those threes. Norwell beat New Haven 64-16 behind Kennedy filling 17 points. All but 2 players that were listed in the varsity book got into the scoring column on Friday night last week. A couple of kids making their first ever varsity buckets, including Allie Riley. Actually, Riley had a bucket before that. Dakota Hubble and Rylan Graff both got into the scoring column. Nice feed underneath, and Eggering finishes from the left side. Great dish by Bree Walmsley, and East Noble has strike first. Get a look at Annabelle Johnson down the lane. Kind of an off-balance shot, but nice English off the window to tie us at 2. And that's just something, Alex, that Johnson does. Plays much bigger than her size. She's really got the ability to penetrate against almost any defense she plays.
Yeah, absolutely. She has a lot of confidence going to the rim, too, which is exactly what Coach Thornton and his Knight squad needs in this dribble drive offense.
Loose ball picked up by East Noble, and now Skyla Tomasek is there for the tie-up. Send it back to the Lady Knights in blue tonight. East Noble attacking in blue. Norwell attacks in white. And obviously the pink out night, recognizing cancer survivors and remembering those that have lost their battle with cancer. Obviously, that's where the Cleet Bailey connection comes in. And again, just a lot of heavy hearts around the community this week. Norwell boys will be in action tomorrow afternoon in Kendallville. Another loose ball. Tomasek with a kick save to Annabelle Johnson, and another tie-up, and this will be a turnover. A little bit sloppy for both teams to start tonight, trying to find their footing. This is a series Norwell has dominated over the last 20 years. Norwell leading 16-4, a 69-49 win last season in Kendallville. Great pass from Johnson down to Skyla Tomasek, who was wide open on the left block.
Yeah, really nice set play there by the Lady Knights. Got exactly what they wanted, a good drive, and a good find there to get Skyla Tomasek going. She's been playing way better of late. A lot more aggressive to the basket. It's shown. It's really helped this Knights team.
And that's another turnover. Alex, you surprised that Norwell's come out in a 1-3-1? We kind of talked about it. Colin and I did at New Haven. They ran it a lot. I think it's more of getting experience and getting more reps as they head into the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. And this team isn't suited as well for that 1-3-1 defense as other Coach Thornton's teams have been in the past. And so when you get an opponent like this where you can kind of play around with it and see kind of what works and get a little bit more experience with it, it's a good experience for the girls.
Yeah, same kind of deal as New Haven. Norwell's a heavy favorite here tonight. And it really would be a shocker if the East Noble squad is able to keep this thing close deep into the second half. That is another East Noble turnover. That's number 4 here in the early going. But yeah, you talk about not being necessarily suited for that. This is not a long team. Now, we've talked about some Coach Thornton teams that have been rather small in the past, and this is pretty much the smallest one in recent memory across the board outside of Thomasac. Todd is well short on the 3, and the rebound down to Peyton Quake for East Noble. Lady Knights of East Noble averaging just 32 points a game this season. That's really where their statistics have taken a nosedive. A team that won 10 games last year. And we've got a tie-up. That is a couple question marks from the Norwell fans.
Huh.
Not going to comment on that one?
No.
All righty. Now we've got a foul underneath on Kennedy Filling. Simultaneous possession is obviously what was ruled there. That's our first foul tonight, by the way. Just typically you see a little bit longer simultaneous possession on that. And that's a miscommunication on the inbounds pass. And another turnover. Sean Kimmel is not really pleased with his start here, and one can understand why. They have more turnovers than shot attempts here in the first half of the first quarter. Norwell started ice cold, though, from downtown, which has really been uncharacteristic of the way that they've started games the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, an 0-for-4 start from beyond the arc tonight for the Lady Knights. I mean, the last couple of games, they've really come out hot from beyond the arc and really been able to get that lead early and propel their defense. That, playing that 13.
Think back to Belmont, Jay County, a couple quality opponents, and they started really hot. All right, couple subs for the first time tonight. Thomasek and Johnson check out. Mackenzie Feast and Haley Green into the game for Norwell. A couple of interesting pieces off the bench. Norwell, that's an offensive foul. Away from the ball. Norwell typically goes 7 to 8 deep. But it's mainly the core of these 7. That foul was against Peyton Quake away from the ball. So both teams with a foul on that trip. 4-2 Norwell. Almost halfway through the first quarter. Feast pops it as soon as she gets in the game. And a long rebound down to Quake. This is just a kid that just does not have any fear about anything. There's no second thoughts when she catches it. It is always attack mode for Mackenzie Feast. And that can really be a good thing in certain situations.
I mean, we talked about kind of Johnson's demeanor, in the dribble drive, but having a girl like Feast, too, that has that aggressive mentality, it's going to be good going forward for this Coach Thornton squad.
Great rebound for Green on the miss from Minear. Well, trying to find a little penetration, missing their first 5 shots from distance here tonight. It's Oliver from deep. She's off the mark. And off of Kennedy Filling. And Eric Thornton will use a timeout. It is a 30-second timeout. We will take it with them and be right back on The Voice.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Hey, if you're just joining us here, just over halfway through the first quarter, it's 4-2. Neither team has shot it well to start here tonight. Last year, again, Norwell really shot it well on the road. Mackenzie Tolliver was the leader of that group. She went 6 for 10 from distance at East Noble last year at the Big Blue Pit. I'll be making the longest trip in the conference tomorrow afternoon for a 1:30 matinee. Good front of the post by Green to knock it loose. Eggering did get a shot off, but Green is the collector of the rebound. And she has made an impact immediately since stepping into the game. Alex, what was talked about, you think, in that timeout from Eric Thornton?
Yeah, I just think offensively they're a little bit out of rhythm, and I think it was just getting back to the basics of dribble drive, trying to be aggressive to the basket. You saw a couple on the handoffs there, a couple of the girls being a little bit more aggressive, looking at least towards the basket, looking to get north-south. And I think that's kind of the talk, and just, okay, start on defense, and then let's get into our offense and, really be aggressive.
Well, they went in transition there, but the pass led filling a little bit too much, so she had to collect it on the baseline, and Kendall Minear picks up the foul. Almost 6 minutes into the game, and it's 4-2. We already understand the feeling. The quality of shots really hasn't been bad for Norwell, just haven't connected. Feast finally swirls one in. Shocking that that's the one to get things moving here tonight. And Norwell's lead is 5. Problem for East Noble has been they have not gotten very many looks, and they've got 7 first quarter turnovers 6 minutes into the game. That is not a recipe for success, especially on the road. Feast again. Same result. I think Feast, Alex, is the definition of a streaky shooter, and East Noble will call a timeout.
Yeah, absolutely. And, if she goes, she could go. She'll light the gym on fire and kind of settle in the rest of this night's team, too.
Suddenly 6 straight for Norwell.
At Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sports, or auto accident, or just suffer from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension. Corrective Chiropractic can help. I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic. We welcome patients from Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding areas. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza. Feel and function better.
Late first quarter here at the Castle. 10-2 Norwell. They've scored the last 6. In fact, they've technically been on an extended 10-0 run because East Noble scored the first bucket of the game. Taylor Eggering on a nice play down low on the first possession for the Lady Knights, but they've been ice cold since then. Really, it's been a matter of turnovers. I don't know how many shots they've taken in the first quarter. 3 total and 7 turnovers. Man. Now, again, we always talk about those turnover numbers can really be inflated against a team that plays 1-3-1. Nice cut by Eggering, and she's fouled on the drive. Better possession there by East Noble. Also, it's worth mentioning, of the teams that Norwell typically plays, East Noble is one of the smaller groups. At the top, they start 5 foot, 5'2", 5'6", 5'7", and then Eggering's big in the middle. But outside of that, there's not a lot of size for the Lady Knights of East Noble. First foul shot is good from Eggering, who is just a 33% free throw shooter on the season. It has been a major struggle. She doesn't look that uncomfortable. That one rattles out. 10-3 as she splits the pair. That is what Feast can do. She's unable to convert. Norwell will keep possession. You have to close out hard and respect the 3 because you know she'll pull the trigger and then makes a savvy veteran move, puts it on the deck, and drives.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do a lot with a pump fake and free yourself up, and a good drive there. Just couldn't get to the finish.
It's kind of been the story of the first quarter for Norwell. Long looping pass to Tolliver to spread out the offense. Tolliver gets open. Great pass from Johnson. And Norwell's lead is now into double digits.
Tolliver showing off the range there, and it's almost limitless in his gym.
It's almost, again, 6 threes at the Big Blue Pit last year. That is amazing stuff. She had 20 points to lead Norwell. I mean, you don't always think of Tolliver as being your leading scorer, hardly ever. Her and Maya Shelton both went for 20 in that game. Now another turnover. Oh, great cut by Johnson and a nice find from Emily Todd, and it's already starting to balloon in this first quarter. Three missed by Bortner. Offensive board by Eggering. Take that back. Peyton Quake actually had her fingertips on it, and it was off of a Norwell Lady Knight with 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Part of that bad start, too, even though it was just a bad shooting start, you know, it can creep into the minds of kids what's on the line tonight. You're playing for conference title, even if you are heavily favored. That's a foul called against East Noble, sending Mackenzie Tolliver to the line. It's almost like playing in a sectional game at the start. Lots of times teams will come out ice cold or take a while to find their footing underneath them. Now, granted, this is a fairly veteran, if you want to call it that, Norwell team. There's a couple of experienced seniors in Todd and Tolliver that have played in tons of tournament games, obviously running to the semi-state last year. But there's still some youth on this group as well. Some sophomores that play big minutes. Although one could argue, top to bottom in the tournament, Kennedy Filling might have been, at least in the sectional, the most valuable player for Norwell on the floor last year in the tournament. Less than a second to go in this first quarter. Norwell will have to have a long heave. And it looks like it'll be Annabelle Johnson to take it. Nope, it's Tolliver. That's a better kid to get it to. And the two-armed shovel comes up well off the mark. 16-3, Norwell out in front here at home.
Is filled with fabulous golf courses that offer a variety of experiences and are as diverse and distinct as the regions they're in. And there is one right here in your backyard that you shouldn't miss. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. You deserve a little time on the greens, so book your tee time, brush off your spikes, and get ready to play. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton, just east of the Stone Quarry.
Head on out to Green Valley to hit some balls on their driving range or putting green. Call 824-4510 to reserve your tee time. Green Valley, where your friends play.
Welcome back to the Castle. Derek Decker, Alex Howard, Megan Miller on the broadcast here tonight. And Norwell took a little while to get the wheels turning tonight, but already up 16-3 thanks to some good outside shooting after that Eric Thornton timeout.
Yeah, absolutely, and there's a lot of factors. I mean, with senior night, a little longer in between games. Just different feel in the gym, especially with the pink out, the moment of silence, obviously.
Right.
Just a lot going on in the gym tonight. Warrants a little bit of a slower start, but, once Norwell kind of settling, get the flow of the offense, they picked it up on defense big time. I got him for 9 turnovers in the first quarter there, East Noble. And that kind of sped him up a little bit to get the wheels going.
Tomaszak with the bucket, 4 points for her in this first half. 18-3. Obviously, Alex, there's not a whole lot you can do schedule-wise, and this one's far from being over. But, you do always wonder what it's like and how much it impacts a team to play two squads like East Noble and New Haven right before you start the sectional. And having week between games mean you don't have reps. You're going to be over 2 weeks removed from your last competitive game against Jay County. So what do you think that means, if anything, heading into the tournament?
Well, I think this team, most Coach Thornton teams are pretty experienced in a postseason type setting. And the nature of the postseason, it starts off slow anyway for either team. It doesn't matter what your schedule is like leading up to it, which also helps this Norwell squad a little bit. I get your point about a little bit of less competitive games leading up to it, but at the same time, when you have Jay County and Belmont, Carroll, Leo, that kind of stuff, entwined there towards the end anyway. I mean, you've seen what those competitive games are like down the stretch, and like we talked about in the pregame show, this Norwell team is playing really, really good basketball right now, and I don't think playing East Noble and New Haven in the last 2 games is enough to take that away.
I think that's a fair point, when you look at it. And honestly, not that this was a problem for this team in particular, but it can be a good time to get kids healthy and rested up. They don't have to work as hard in the second half of these games. Varsity players did not play any of the fourth quarter against New Haven last week. So that can be a good thing as well, not trying to overexert yourself in a mad dash to the finish line. Here's a transition 3 for Tolliver, and it rains in. Good look for Tolliver. And it is a 7-point first half for McKenzie, the senior, one of the 2 seniors. It's a 18-point first half lead. I think, though, looking at the starters in this group, this is just when you have a lot of guards, you don't necessarily need the rest. I mean, it's nice to get off your feet a little bit, but this team can hang pace-wise with anybody. I mean, they are a group. What in the world was that? Bree Walmsley just threw it right into the arms of Kennedy Filling. And that's going to force another timeout by Sean Kimmel. And I don't know what you say in a timeout after that. Norwell's lead is 20 here at home.
Nick Huffman, a Bluffton High School graduate, is ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. If you're ready to start a new chapter in your life, now's the time. With historic low interest rates, houses are moving at lightning speed. Whether you need single-family, multifamily, agricultural, commercial, property management, mixed use, or land development, give Nick a call or text at 827-8255 or send him a message on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. Nick is located at the Steffen Group at 107 West Market Street in Bluffton. His number again is 827-8255.
Second quarter here in Ossian, and Norwell's lead is 23-3. We mentioned this thing had a chance to get out of hand. Not sure if either one of us anticipated it getting out of hand this early, and really it's only happened over the last 4 or 5 minutes of game time. After Norwell's slow start, they were stuck on 4-2 for several minutes of game action, but now they've just completely flipped the script from distance especially. You let Mackenzie Tolliver make a couple of threes and Mackenzie Feast as well, and it's going to be a tough night to knock the Lady Knights off balance and off rhythm offensively.
Yeah, absolutely, and 14 turnovers so far in this game. Doesn't hurt either.
That's 15 because that's a jump ball and it'll go back to That's hard to believe. I mean, that is an incredible pace. Now, turnovers have been a significant issue for this East Noble team. Alex, they are averaging 22 giveaways a game. That is the most by any team Norwell has faced this season. And with a defense that forces 18 tonight, that's a bad combination. Good work around there by Tomaszek to earn a trip to the stripe.
Yeah, real strong move there by Skyla. But yeah, you're right. 22 turnovers a game, that is
Can't do it.
Unbelievable number. Even if a team converts half of those, I mean, that's 22 extra points that you're giving up.
Tomaszek, a 56% foul shooter. That one's well long. It has been a constant struggle of her career, although she has improved in that category since last season. This Norwell team has really taken a step back. They lost their really good free throw shooters in really all 3 of Shelton, Bales, and Filling. That trio of players was really strong at the line. Norwell shot a program best 72% from the line as a team last year. And guess what? They ran to semi-state for the 3rd time in program history. Correlation? Maybe. Might be oversimplifying the game. That's Katie West who's into the game and misses the point-blank look. Tolliver quickly on the move. Little floater short. Nice board by Tomaszek, and 2 more free throws. Again, you just can't talk about it enough. And yeah, it doesn't really show up in the scoring column night to night, but the work that Tomaszek does around the rim for being the only big in this group. Last year, you think about it, and Haley Green is outstanding as well, but does not have the size of Tomaszek. You know, in past seasons, past couple of years, you think about Grace Brattmuller, who played such a big impact on this program. Again, not in the scoring column, just to do a lot of things that a big does to keep yourself in the game and keep your offense flowing.
Yeah, absolutely. And Skylar's done a really, really good job of control as we watch her kind of grow up in the system. But at the same time, I mean, she's done a really good job of rebounding.
Oh, yeah.
She's given this Knights team a lot of second chances that they've converted, honestly, and a lot of them have gone for 3.
Annabelle Johnson whistled for a nickel dimer. That is another East Noble turnover. They're on their way to 20+ in this first half. Kennedy Filling the stop and turn around. Halfway through the second quarter, 26-3. East Noble has not had a bucket since the first possession of the game. Great feed from Tomaszek, and Filling on the second try is headed to the charity stripe once again. I mean, we've watched a lot of basketball this year. Just not very often do you see 19 turnovers in the first 12 minutes of the game. No matter how bad a night you're having. I mean, and again, lots of them have been forced by Norwell's defense, but lots of them haven't. And I just, if you're Sean Kimmel on the sideline for East Noble, you know, how do you manage that? That's a guy that really has not gotten things off the ground here at East Noble, and didn't get things off the ground at Pioneer either. 4 losing seasons there. Has never won a sectional title. There's obviously some frustration around the program in Kendallville because they were at a point several seasons ago where they were a consistent competitor towards the top half of the league. Well, that's way out there for Tolliver. And it's loose, another tie-up. It'll stay with Norwell. We've also had a significant number of those in this first half. Last week at New Haven, I think we were in the mid-20s for jump balls in a game, which I theorized that, I should have started keeping chicken scratches down here. Haley Green on the inbounds basket. Norwell leads it 29-3. They're on a 29-1 extended run since the start of the game, basically. And many players in the scorebook already tonight. Feast jumps the passing lane. Filling. Well, we're close to the running clock already. We haven't even reached halftime. Norwell has a chance to, for the 4th time this year, hold their opponent to single-digit first half totals. That's another turnover. Filling to the bucket and leaves it short. Feast, stop and pop, drains a 3, and Sean Kimmel is forced to call another timeout. Norwell's lead is 31.
Did you sprain your ankle playing with your kids last night? Have you had a nagging pain while training for an upcoming race? Or do you have an upcoming surgery? Indiana Physical Therapy understands how important and valuable your time is to you. At Indiana Physical Therapy, we can schedule you within 24 hours at any of our 19 convenient clinics. With trusted results, you can count on Indiana Physical Therapy to get you better, faster. You don't need a referral from your doctor, and all insurances are accepted, including Anthem. IPT is your choice for physical therapy. So what are you waiting for? Call Indiana Physical Therapy right now at 260-209-2464 to schedule an appointment, or go online to indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Norwell's up a lot here before the halftime break. It's 34-3. Remember, 35 is the margin necessary to get to a running clock. And I can't believe I'm saying it, Alex, but it's very feasible to get to before the break. I mean, at the rate that East Noble's turning it over, which unofficially they're at 21 right now, a lot of Norwell's offense has been a direct result of those turnovers.
Yeah, absolutely. They've ran out and got a lot of buckets. That last three there by Feast, basically in transition, nobody stopped her, and the stop and pop there, just continuing to grow this Norwell lead.
Now, I mean, Sean Kimmel, to be fair, on that one was just upset at the complete lack of defense. Feast was left wide open. That's going to be a foul against Kennedy Filling. It's a good way to get a smile out of a player in a blowout. That's the second foul for what it's worth on Filling. She's done probably for the half. A lot of trouble getting it in here for Portner, but finally does. Johnson, a foul called on the backside by Steve Yoder. 2 foul shots coming. 90 seconds left in the first half. This has been a real issue for Annabelle Johnson, who is under 40% on the season. That is hard to believe for a point guard. This is not the strength of Johnson. And to be fair, it's not like she's a great three-point shooter. She doesn't take very many of them. She's actually 5 for 11, so over 50%, but the sample size is so small for Johnson as she misses both free throws. David throws it into the arms of Johnson. Norwell's got a 5-on-3, and Feast is contacted without a call, and Johnson misses the putback. Foul number 8 against East Noble. They've got some foul trouble here. Kendall Minear has 3 fouls in this first half. That's number 2 on Ray David, the freshman, who has just 6 points this season. Johnson is already over her average. She's got 5. Career high 15 against Northwood in a big Norwell win, 36-3. Norwell's 1 bucket away from a running clock the remainder of the game. East Noble got a win earlier this week at West Noble, 44-27. By the way, the West Noble program really has had a down year. Last year, they were slated to play Norwell, did not play due to coronavirus cancellation. But Carly Mabey, the former point guard at Columbia City, is the leader of that West Noble group. And they have really struggled to get things going. Norwell's going to hold it, I think, for the final shot of the half here, or at least try. Back cut, Johnson, short. And East Noble will hang on with 3 seconds, and Minear is just going to walk it across the timeline. Won't make it to the timeline before halftime. And that brings the first half to a close. After 2 quarters of play, it's Norwell 36, East Noble 3 on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network and the IHSAA Champions Network.
Hello, Tim Steffen Financial Group. It's been said nothing is certain except change. We must adapt to change to stay safe and move forward. What changes have there been in your life? At Steffen Financial Group, we would like to work with you and help with your future planning. Call me, Tim Steffen, or Michelle Stoller, 260-824-8175. Steffen Financial Group, 110 West Cherry Street, Bluffton, Indiana. Retirement, investments, savings plans. Steffen Financial Group can also assist with your personalized Medicare supplement, health, life, and long-term care plans. 260-824-8175. Steffen Financial Group. Solid planning, local service, professional advice.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA and SIPC. In business since 1981, Barclay Builders has been building residential homes and commercial projects in Northeast Indiana, taking pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. With interaction between clients, vendors, and trade contractors, Barclay Builders meets the needs of homeowners to build their forever home. At Barclay Builders, it's all about you. It's your heart and your soul at the center of every design decision made. Josh and his team are poised to build the home you've always wanted. It isn't just a home, it's your forever home. Contact Barclay Builders at 260-622-7674. That's 622-7674. Or find them on Facebook at Barclay Builders, Inc. Let Barclay Builders get started on your Barclay Built forever home.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists. They offer a great variety of cleaning services, commercial cleaning, cleaning windows, strip and wax floors, clean carpets, complete sanitizing of facilities, floor repair or replacement. They will also schedule a PM maintenance program.
At Cleaning One, your security is their top priority. They do a complete background check on each of their employees so you can feel good about letting them into your homes. For more information, give Rob a call at 260-409-2564 or give Bob a call, 260-403-7676. Or you can simply send them an email at officeonecleaning@yahoo.com.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists.
When looking to sell or buy a home in Wells County, it's so important to work with an experienced full-time agent from the local area. I'm Bev Grish, and I'm beginning my 24th year helping families in the real estate business and would love to guide your family through the process. When you choose to work with a local agent who knows the Wells County market, you are a step ahead. I have built good working relationships with local lenders, realtors, inspectors, contractors, and appraisers, and it helps the process go smoothly. Whether you are buying your first home, a larger home, investment property, dream home, selling a long-time family business, or downsizing into retirement, I'm here to help. Heartfelt thanks for supporting me 24 years in the real estate business I truly love. Bev Sells Wells at 466-1822.
Did you sprain your ankle playing with your kids last night? Have you had a nagging pain while training for an upcoming race? Or do you have an upcoming surgery? Indiana Physical Therapy understands how important and valuable your time is to you. At Indiana Physical Therapy, we can schedule you within 24 hours at any of our 19 convenient clinics. With trusted results, you can count on Indiana Physical Therapy to get you better, faster. You don't need a referral from your doctor, and all insurances are accepted, including Anthem. IPT is your choice for physical therapy. So what are you waiting for? Call Indiana Physical Therapy right now at 260-209-2464 to schedule an appointment, or go online to indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
We're at halftime inside the Castle, 36-3. Norwell leading East Noble. Really hasn't been close from the outset here tonight, Alex. Norwell established what they wanted to do early in this game. Took them a little bit to get things moving offensively. They started 4-2. Eric Thornton called a timeout. Since then, completely settled down. They've taken full control of this game and now can coast to, we think, what will be a share with at least one other team in the Northeast State Conference title. Really impressive start here for Norwell, understanding the circumstances.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked about some of the number of reasons why this start might be a little slower for the Knights, but good timeout by Eric Thornton. Must have communicated just a good enough message in the huddle there. A quick 30-second timeout. But the big story, honestly, 24 first-half turnovers.
That's
for East
unbelievable.
Noble. I would say
it's over their average.
13, 14, 15 maybe of them were actually forced by Norwell. The rest of them were just East Noble mishaps. I mean, literally a pass right to Kennedy Filling at the top
that
of
forced a timeout.
The 1-3-1 zone led to an easy bucket at the other end. Just stuff like that East Noble's doing that has amplified this game to what it is right now.
Right. I mean, they're obviously, the East Noble squad did not get 24 shot attempts in the first half. And anytime you have any number that's turnover-wise more than your shot attempts, it's not going to be a good result. All right, let's kind of shift focus to what Norwell's got coming forward. What do you want to see out of this group? We've mostly seen the vast majority of the varsity minutes here tonight for this Norwell group. Because they understood the game might be kind of lopsided, there are a lot of JV players that have significant quarters available here to play in this second half. So I'm guessing a lot of rest for the main group heading into Wednesday night sectional game.
Yeah, absolutely, and rest is needed. But, Coach Thornton talked about it even on some post-game interviews. When we get down towards the late season here, he likes to keep the practices a little bit lighter, a little bit more, a little bit shorter, rest the legs a little bit. So a great opportunity here to also kind of continue to do that. But going forward, this Knights team, streaky shooting can't be a thing anymore. Like, this team has shot it well in the games lately. That's going to have to continue for the Knights. But honestly, all those shots happen when you get aggressive in this dribble drive offense going to the basket. It opens up a lot of shooting lanes, a lot of skip passes for some wide open three-point shots. That's what this team's going to have to do to be successful in the postseason is push down the defense, get aggressive to the rails, to the basket, and open things up offensively. Defensively, this team does lack sometimes with help side defense and also rebounding. Those are key things that can hinder you in the playoffs for sure if you get out rebounded, especially on your defensive end. If you get out rebounded, it will be even more amplified in a tournament game. You can't give a team extra possessions in this tournament, in this lose and go home format.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And when you look top to bottom in that sectional field, I mean, over the years, historically, it has been one of the tougher sectionals in the state in Class 3A. This year, maybe not the same talent top to bottom, but you still look at some tough squads. Obviously, Belmont stands out as maybe the step above the rest, but Heritage has had a good squad. They have made it deep in this tournament in the sectional a couple of times, and Nicole Sisson understands what she's got from her team. Eric Thornton sings praises about her. They're expecting to get Heritage on the schedule next year in the regular season. So that's a group, and especially, like I said, anytime you get in a championship game, which is where those two teams would be, anything can happen in a title game.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of times, especially here at the Castle in sectional games like that, we've seen slower. We talk about slow starts in sectional all the time, but we've seen slower scoring, slow games that are really, really tight down the stretch, and then it leads on experience. What team is more experienced in close games, and the quality of opponents and the close games that Norwell has puts them above the rest of all the other competitors here in the sectional. But definitely Belmont, the like you said, the head and shoulders kind of above the rest of the competitors in this sectional at Mississinawa.
One more break before we start the third quarter.
At Corrective Chiropractic, we offer individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages, from infants to elderly, and even during pregnancy. Have you ever experienced a workplace, sports, or auto accident, or just suffer from chronic pain? Corrective Chiropractic can help. Knee, neck, shoulder, or back pain, headaches, migraines, allergies, muscular tension, Corrective Chiropractic can help. I'm Dr. Josh Bell from Corrective Chiropractic. We welcome patients from Bluffton, Yoder, Decatur, Bern, Montpelier, and the surrounding areas. Schedule your appointment today at 260-353-1400 and let Corrective Chiropractic help you along your journey to health and wellness. Corrective Chiropractic, 360 North Main Street, Suite A, Dutch Mill Plaza. Feel and function better.
Well, unlike college games, we didn't have the stoppage of a official, that's fine by me. We don't have anybody holding up the game because of media to start the third quarter. And you only missed an inbounds pass. 36-3, Norwell on top of East Noble. Actually, getting the first bucket is interesting and important, kind of, because you want to extend the lead as quick as possible to get that running clock. A miss there by Kendall Minear. Johnson will find filling. Deadened off the side of the rim. Norwell didn't shoot an outstanding percentage in the first half by any stretch, but certainly good enough to build a 33-point lead. Minear on the drive. And that is the first field goal for East Noble since the first possession of the first quarter. That is basically a 16-minute stretch of game time without a bucket. Todd. Range. It's always interesting how senior night plays out, isn't it? It's a night you, as a player or as a senior in other components of the program, same thing for the cheerleaders tonight. You know, this is a game that you really never forget. Just interesting memory to go down in a game like this to end your home game. This is the last home game that Tolliver and Todd will play because Norwell's not hosting the sectional this year, which is somewhat unusual. They've had it rotate in years in the past, but in that stretch where Norwell won 7 in a row, they hosted 5 of those. So, you know, they do consistently host the sectional. Here's a pilfer by Skyla Tomasek. Ryan Carroll a little slow getting back. Lost his footing in the backcourt. Todd for 3 again. That has secured our running clock here in the second half. 42-5. It is really just amazing what teams can do when you're a team like Norwell. There are plenty of good teams out there that would not win this game by 40 or whatever it ends up being. It's just the style that Norwell plays, the up-tempo, in-your-face. We're going to try to speed the game up on anybody that we play. That kind of mentality can balloon these games a lot quicker than playing a team, say, like Huntington North.
Yeah, the constant flow of this offense creates a ton of open shots, and the Knights' ability to knock those down consistently is, you're right, you can really blitz a team early. And like we saw against Belmont there, just go and go and go, and then, all of a sudden you got a 12-point lead and you blinked. Like, it's just as Eric Thornton dribble drive offense that he's got ingrained in the system at all levels.
Yeah, that's a great example using Belmont. There's a foul reaching across the body was Bree Walmsley. East Noble really hasn't even had time to get off a lot of threes tonight. I had my outstanding in-depth hours-long prep that tells you that Bortner and Walmsley combined to take 76% of the team's three-point attempts, but I don't know how many. Certainly you can count it on one hand tonight. Tomasek's fouled on a putback attempt here. Foul shots coming.
East Noble fouls on 52, Katie West, their second, team second. At the line for Norwell is Skylar Tomasek, shooting 2.
One thing that I found interesting, and I will have to go look, we were having this discussion last Friday night,
just keep your hands up.
is what when does the clock actually stop on the free throw attempts? We discussed that being the rules aficionados that we are, self-proclaimed. But, you know, that has been interesting, and it has been inconsistently enforced. When does the clock actually stop for free throws? Does it stop directly after the foul when you're shooting? Does it stop when you shoot them? In that case, the Norwell timer here tonight ran the clock between free throw attempts. And also the reporting of the foul and all of that until she actually received the basketball to shoot the free throws, the clock didn't stop.
Yeah, I don't know the exact science behind it or the exact rule meaning behind it. But I would assume it's just kind of eliminate that distraction of the clock running or somebody holding it the full,
right,
whatever you get, 7, 10 seconds.
10
seconds. To kind of milk as much clock as possible. But yeah, nobody really knows.
This is another timeout called by Sean Kimmel. He's down to 1 for the game. It is a 30. We'll keep it here to elongate our 95-second discussion on the running clock in high school basketball. Great analysis provided as well. Norwell's leading this game 44-5 with 3:19 to go here in this third quarter. Running clock is secured in case you weren't listening to the last 2 minutes of the broadcast. But we don't know when the clock stops, when should it. The rules are that it stops only for free throws and for timeouts as well as injuries. But, you know, running clock in basketball is a much different concept than a running clock in football when you think about it in that kind of context. And obviously that came to Indiana high school football a couple of years ago. And it's a bigger deal in football than it is in basketball. Basketball does not carry with it the same kind of physicality level and the length that can really come with a football game. It completely just makes the second half fly by in football. Katie West catches on the post. Rebounded by Green. Short corner jumper for Filling. She has just 9 points, which by my count is tied for the team high with Mackenzie Feast tonight. Very balanced effort by Norwell.
Yeah, absolutely. And they do it in this dribble drive offense. You have really the opportunity to get everybody involved, kind of in the flow of that offense, and the Knights have done a great job in that.
Maddie Sonigsen is into the game for Norwell, and she just picked up a foul, immediately making her mark on the scorebook. She is the lone Lady Knight here on the season that is on the varsity roster without a bucket. She's going to have ample time to get that done here in the final 10 minutes of the game tonight. Bortner, triple try is off the heel. Offensive board by West. And a try for the opposite side shooter's touch for Kendall Minear. Bronx cheer from the about 30% capacity Norwell student section. A lot of the upperclassmen getting an early start to their Friday night and made the way for the exits at halftime. Mackenzie Feast cleaning up her own miss here into double figures. Foul called against Haley Green for Norwell. 2 shots coming for East Noble. Minear is a 59% charity stripe shooter.
Yeah, we bought one today. Kind of pulled up.
By the way, I think I'm safe to say this at this point. Norwell is going to improve to 17-0 this season when holding teams under 50 points. That is a really impressive statistic, honestly. Especially for lots of programs that average in the 40s and keep games in the 40s, maybe that's not so outstanding, but for a Norwell team that can consistently get in the 50s, 60s, and even 70s, that averages 54 points a night, that's pretty impressive. And it just shows that the defense, whenever they are on point in a game, it's just hard to find a way for the Lady Knights to lose.
Yeah, absolutely, and they do it by closing out. I mean, this team this team closes out better than a lot of other teams I've seen from Coach Thornton's squads. They are tenacious at getting after perimeter shooters, disrupting a lot of shots. We're not overly lengthy, but the aggressiveness on the closeout affects the shot or makes the person rush a little bit. There's just a lot that this nice team does really well on defense that propels them and to stopping a team and also to getting easier looks on the other end.
Well, and a lot of that, Alex, comes from the speed of the undersized guards, right?
Absolutely.
Probably the final possession of this third quarter. Off-balance try for Minear gives Norwell an opportunity here for a last look. Filling just tosses it at the rim. Third quarter comes to an end after 3. It's Norwell 48, East Noble 9 on the Voice.
Is filled with fabulous golf courses that offer a variety of experiences and are as diverse and distinct as the regions they're in. And there is one right here in your backyard that you shouldn't miss. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. You deserve a little time on the greens, so book your tee time, brush off your spikes, and get ready to play. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton, just east of the Stone Quarry.
Head on out to Green Valley to hit some balls on their driving range or putting green. Call 824-4510 to reserve your tee time. Green Valley, where your friends play.
Back here at the Castle, Norwell up big as we enter the fourth quarter. Derek Decker with Alex Howard here tonight. We're back on the air tomorrow afternoon for an uncharacteristic 1:30 tip at East Noble. Norwell and EN will battle in a really pivotal, again, Northeast State Conference game. There's so much at the top on the boys' side. When you look at it, it's just so important to win every game, especially now that every team has a loss. So every team at the top is still very much in the running, and that includes Norwell.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking with head coach Mike McBride before this game, I mean, what a senior-led NE8 conference this year. Except for the Norwell Knights.
It's unbelievable,
zero
isn't it?
seniors. Still doesn't sound right coming out of my mouth that this team has 0 seniors and are at this position right now in the NE8. But top to bottom, or top to middle, very, very competitive.
So Norwell gets a bucket there from Kennedy Filling, and this is going to end the night for Norwell's group. The starting group anyway. Filling's going to finish with 11 points. It's 50-9. We will keep it here and just kind of update you on what's going on around the rest of the league. Remember, Huntington North and Columbia City were also playing for shares of the conference title tonight. And there's a large round of applause from the 2 seniors, Emily Todd and Mackenzie Tolliver, who are getting a standing ovation from the Norwell fans. Awesome, awesome moment here at the Castle in their final home game. Eric Thornton kind of putting them out there on an island to face the crowd. They give each other a hug and go back into the timeout. Something that happened in a semi-state last year with that group of 3 seniors stops the game. Norwell's definitely out of reach down the stretch. South Bend, Washington goes on to lose the 3A state championship in a tight game against Silver Creek, but pulls the seniors out onto the floor, and a complete standing O from the Norwell fans. Really impressive stuff, and a guy that has been through now 25 senior classes and understands the weight of the moment and how to put on a show and make it a special night for those kids.
Yeah, absolutely. These seniors have given so much to this program. I mean, it's crazy to think about how long they've been in this program and how much time they've invested into it. And Coach Thornton rewards that to each and every senior class that comes all the way through by giving them their time here at the Castle.
Dakota Hubble is into the game for the Lady Knights. Had a nice JV game. Misses twice here. And now East Noble's got a rebound. Norwell's got a good rebounding advantage tonight, too. They were they were plus 24 on the boards against New Haven with 22 offensive rebounds. That's amazing stuff. Down low, a finish for Taylor Eggering to get East Noble into double figures. Eggering with her second bucket of the night. She's got 5. Minear has the other 6. Feast again. I just don't know what other way to put it other than she's just a gamer. Like, just ready to shoot it all the time, and every time she touches it, she's thinking about scoring. Last touch by Norwell. Maddie Sonicson is back into the game. She'll replace Feast, probably for the final time. This is mainly going to be the group that takes us to the finish line. Might see Haley Green again. Annabelle Johnson is still running the point. She's in there with Allie Riley, Rylan Graft, Maddie Sonicson, and Dakota Hubble. And mostly a JV team out there, save for Johnson. Columbia City beat New Haven tonight 65-14 to clinch their share of the Northeast 8. Here's a steal for Rylan Graft in the backcourt. And a bullet pass that finds its way to the perimeter where Megan Seymour, the freshman for East Noble, cleans it up. So also an update, Leach North having a little more difficulty closing it out tonight. I think I might have said they're playing Leo earlier in the broadcast. They're playing DeKalb, and they lead it at the end of 3, 30-19. So it's a little tighter for the Vikes, but I think unless things go really wrong, and that's kind of it really. Here comes Sonicson from the corner, and it stays down, and Maddie Sonicson has her first varsity points, and it comes in the form of a 3. It's got to be a proud former coach moment as well. Obviously, a special group in your first year as the 8th grade basketball coach last season here at Norwell. And Graft and Sonicson were both a part of that. But really the 2 leaders of your group. Both playing at the JV level this year. Here's a steal for Sonicson. Fell into her breadbasket.
Yeah, definitely a very proud coaching moment here to kind of see these girls compete here in the varsity game. Game that well out of reach, obviously, but just the experience of playing in this varsity game, and just to see their progression. And honestly, what's more exciting is to see where they fit in this program going forward.
Right.
Even though there's only 2 seniors, these 2 guards here have really developed between 8th grade year and freshman year. They've really developed and kind of formed themselves into, at least seeing a position in this dribble drive, in this Coach Thornton system where they can thrive. So it's very cool to see as a coach. And,
yeah.
Very excited for them, and very eager to see what happens with them going forward.
Yeah, and again, we expect them both to be future significant varsity contributors. Graft splits the pair, so that makes her 3 out of 5 on the year in varsity games at the line. Another turnover for East Noble, and they're well in the 20s and maybe over 30 at this point. In our unofficial pen and pencil type scoring that we keep here on The Voice, that you keep. Allie Riley from the wing. High arching 3 goes down. And Allie Riley's into the scoring column. 10 career points for her at the varsity level.
Yeah, Allie Riley's not somebody that you would necessarily think is, that's going to fit into the system well, but she has really taken the steps this year for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Even last year did pretty well at the JV level, but this year has really taken that leap to kind of put herself in that mix, and Coach Thornton has a lot of good things to say about Allie Riley going forward for this team. We talk all the time about the lower levels, and with me being a middle school coach, kind of start looking ahead a little bit. Just see what, set yourself up for what you have coming. And Coach Thornton has a lot of good things to say about Allie Riley.
Well, and a lot of that, too, is the unique aspect that Norwell has to this program, running things all the way down through the middle school level and into the elementary ages, and the involvement to which Eric Thornton has his hands on everything from the start, really. And when they pick up a basketball, here's a cleanup of a miss by Mackenzie Feast. 16 points for her tonight. But it's just so unique versus other programs, and I think that's a large reason why they've had so much sustained success.
Yeah, absolutely. And me being a middle school coach, you see a lot of programs where coaches will come up to me before the game and they go, I've had girls, this is their first time picking up a basketball, which is great.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're getting involved in
sport.
But they kind of go, well, Norwell has done it for a lot of years. A lot of my girls have started when they were 3rd and 4th grade, just in some type of system, whether it be squires, little squires, and then a couple of travel tournaments here and there. Nothing too crazy. So it seems to be the key, the lower level going forward. Just kind of got to go down, reach down to the lower level, nurture it, care for it, and it pays dividends out here in the varsity level.
Steal for Sonics in here on the break. And a foul before the pass. It's going to take us close to a minute to go in the game. Norwell leading 62-16 has a chance to duplicate their score from Friday night's blowout win, 64-16 over New Haven. Show and go from Allie Riley. Hubble trying to make a play. Got to get out of the lane. Sonics and misses. Multiple tries here and foul shots for Norwell. Feast will take them. 68% free throw shooter. Really good night for Feast tonight. 16 points and a great bounce back night too, because Feast went 0 for 6 at New Haven. And obviously she's an important piece to what Norwell does from the perimeter, and having her make shots is a huge piece off the bench to utilize in the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these teams in sectional, I mean, you think, oh, okay, we got filling out, with foul trouble or whatever, and Feast comes off the bench and goes 3 for 3 right away. That's a weapon for sure.
Another tie up here will send it back to Norwell. And the Lady Knights do not have to take another shot here. And that's what Eric Thornton just said, run the offense without a shot. So Graff just drives right to the rim. It puts Norwell up 50. Coach Thornton kind of gave a look back at Jason Frisch, and he threw his hands up, and well, that's that. Now East Noble will hold on to it, and the clock will expire. Norwell wins on senior night here tonight in dominating fashion, 66-16 to take down the East Noble Lady Knights. Norwell finishes 18-4 in the regular season, and with that win clinches a share of the Northeast State title for the 3rd consecutive season. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Congratulate Coach Thornton in just a moment on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Nick Huffman, a Bluffton High School graduate, is ready to help you buy, sell, or build your dream home. If you're ready to start a new chapter in your life, now's the time. With historic low interest rates, houses are moving at lightning speed. Whether you need single-family, multifamily, agricultural, commercial, property management, mixed use, or land development, give Nick a call or text at 827-8255 or send him a message on Facebook at Real Estate by Nick Huffman. Nick is located at the Steffen Group at 107 West Market Street in Bluffton. His number again is 827-8255.
You've heard of Seize the Day, right? Well, this month you can pay the day at the YMCA. Join the Y on January 24th and pay $24 for the entire month. If you wait till the 31st, you pay $31, but that's still a savings of $44. Get your family connected to healthy activities in a clean, safe environment with a membership to the Y. Save big with Pay the Day at the YMCA now through January 31st. Visit fwymca.org for details. Offer valid at YMCA's in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties. Some restrictions apply.
Good evening, Norwell basketball fans. My name is Nathan Shelton. As an advisor at Shelton Financial Group, the thing I enjoy most is talking to our clients about what matters to them. As our clients prepare for and enjoy retirement, some enjoy spending time with their grandkids, some prefer to travel the world, and for others, it's giving of time and resources. As you think of and prepare for your retirement, we'd love to talk with you either virtually or in person at one of our office locations in Austin or Fort Wayne. You can also call us at 260-436-7006. Nathan Shelton, investment advisor representative of USA Financial Securities, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
In business since 1981, Barkley Builders has been building residential homes and commercial projects in Northeast Indiana, taking pride in building their clients the best project for their budget. With interaction between clients, vendors, and trade contractors, Barkley Builders meets the needs of homeowners to build their forever home. At Barkley Builders, it's all about you. It's your heart and your soul at the center of every design decision made. Josh and his team are poised to build the home you've always wanted. It isn't just a home, it's your forever home. Contact Barkley Builders at 260-622-7674. That's 622-7674. Or find them on Facebook at Barkley Builders, Inc. Let Barkley Builders get started on your Barkley Built forever home.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists. They offer a great variety of cleaning services, commercial cleaning, cleaning windows, strip and wax floors, clean carpets, complete sanitizing of facilities, floor repair or replacement. They will also schedule a PM maintenance program.
At Cleaning One, your security is their top priority. They do a complete background check on each of their employees so you can feel good about letting them into your homes. For more information, give Rob a call at 260-409-2564 or give Bob a call, 260-403-7676. Or you can simply send them an email at officeonecleaning@yahoo.com.
Cleaning One Incorporated, your cleaning specialists.
When looking to sell or buy a home in Wells County, it's so important to work with an experienced full-time agent from the local area. I'm Bev Grish, and I'm beginning my 24th year helping families in the real estate business and would love to guide your family through the process. When you choose to work with a local agent who knows the Wells County market, you are a step ahead. I have built good working relationships with local lenders, realtors, inspectors, contractors, and appraisers, and it helps the process go smoothly. Whether you are buying your first home, a larger home, investment property, dream home, selling a long-time family business, or downsizing into retirement, I'm here to help. Heartfelt thanks for supporting me 24 years in the real estate business I truly love. Bev sells Wells at 466-1822.
Did you sprain your ankle playing with your kids last night? Have you had a nagging pain while training for an upcoming race? Or do you have an upcoming surgery? Indiana Physical Therapy understands how important and valuable your time is to you. At Indiana Physical Therapy, we can schedule you within 24 hours at any of our 19 convenient clinics. With trusted results, you can count on Indiana Physical Therapy to get you better, faster. You don't need a referral from your doctor, and all insurances are accepted, including Anthem. IPT is your choice for physical therapy. So what are you waiting for? Call Indiana Physical Therapy right now at 260-209-2464 to schedule an appointment, or go online to indianapt.com. Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
is filled with fabulous golf courses that offer a variety of experiences and are as diverse and distinct as the regions they're in. And there is one right here in your backyard that you shouldn't miss. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. You deserve a little time on the greens, so book your tee time, brush off your spikes, and get ready to play. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton, just east of the Stone Quarry.
Head on out to Green Valley to hit some balls on their driving range or putting green. Call 824-4510 to reserve your tee time. Green Valley, where your friends play.
Hello, Tim Stephan Financial Group. It's been said nothing is certain except change. We must adapt to change to stay safe and move forward. What changes have there been in your life? At Stephan Financial Group, we would like to work with you and help with your future planning. Call me, Tim Stephan, or Michelle Stoller, 260-824-8175. Stephan Financial Group, 110 West Cherry Street, Bluffton, Indiana. Retirement, investments, savings plans. Stephan Financial Group can also assist with your personalized Medicare supplement, health, life, and long-term care plans. 260-824-8175. Stephan Financial Group. Solid planning, local service, professional advice.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back here to the Castle, and we're joined now on the broadcast by Norwell head coach Eric Thornton. First of all, Coach, congratulations on a third straight share of the conference title. You shared, as I'm sure you know by this point, with two others in Columbia City and Huntington North, both of whom took care of business tonight. But first of all, congratulations, and a lot of perseverance it took in a nice, strong top three group in the league this season.
Yeah, very, very difficult at the top, like you said, and I would say, even with Belmont in there and a DeKalb team that took us down to the wire. And, our team has gotten better. We've played really well at home. I thought we've played better on the road as the season has gone on. Couldn't be more proud of a group than this group right here we lost 4 special kids last year and about 75% of our scoring. And I'm not sure that there's a group that could handle it better than this one did. Just stepped in right away over the off season and really believed and did a great job over the course of about a 2-month period here.
Coach, specific to tonight, your team got off to a really kind of a slow start, didn't make a lot of shots early. You called the timeout. What was said in there to get your kids moving, and after that really shot it well?
That's always a delicate thing because that's we are a three-point shooting team, but we're a better three-point shooting team when the ball gets to certain places on the floor, and we were not getting our feet in the paint on our drives. We weren't creating enough help to make those shots better. And I just told them, I said, I'm not going to put a thought in your head that those are bad shots, even though you could argue that. But if you say that to them, it changes their mindset, and we can't do that to them. It's delicate. So you say they aren't bad shots, but we've got to drive it deeper in the possession, and we're settling right now. And I thought we got a little bit deeper with it and created more help. And East Noble's not just going to give you the rim. And so, they're in a tough spot here with 4 games this week. And so they're trying they're working through that now and trying to get ready for their senior night. So, credit to Coach there for what they're going through right now and what he's trying to build. But really proud of our kids for getting this done tonight.
All right, you go into the sectional winners of 10 of your last 11 games. You play a Lures team, which always seems to be fun in the tournament. Mark Pixley likely to have his kids ready to go. You beat them early in the season, but a lot has changed really for both squads in that amount of time. How do you get your kids ready for a Wednesday night game down at Mississinawa?
Yeah, you don't draw from that game back in November as much as you do here on what you've seen recently. We've seen a lot of zone over the last, I would say over the month of January, we've seen a lot of it. And so, if Lures – Lures could do anything. So, Coach Pixley could it doesn't matter because we've seen it all at this point.
Oh, yeah.
So, they're very, very tough. They're a gritty team. Parent and Shank, 2 really, really good players, and they're
experienced.
Very experienced. And those 2 kids have carried them all year, and they've got a nice supporting cast. So it'll be a very, very difficult game, and we'll have to play well to advance to Friday night.
All right, well, we'll wish you the best of luck. We'll be down there on Wednesday at Mississinawa. Again, congrats on a great regular season capped off by a memorable senior night for your kids and a piece of a conference championship.
Thanks a lot, Derek. Appreciate it.
That's Norwell head coach Eric Thornton joining us on the post game here tonight as we put the finishing touches on this one. Alex Howard, your final thoughts here as we close the regular season on an 18-4 year for Norwell.
Yeah, what a great year by the Lady Knights. I mean, we really, not really questioned, but we kind of turned our heads at that stretch there where it was Columbia City, Garrett, and
2 blowout losses.
Blowout losses, something we aren't accustomed to seeing now, both on the road, granted, where this team has shown to struggle a little bit more. But then we sang the praises of them afterward and how they came out of that little losing streak of theirs. Speaks volume to this team and the leadership and just the attitude of the whole team, honestly, to come back after that stretch and finish the way they did this season. Couple of really, really big wins. Obviously here at the Castle, that Belmont win, Belmont missing a key piece, but at the same time, Norwell, it wouldn't have mattered that night. Norwell just shooting a tremendous percentage and really firing on all cylinders. I said it in the pregame, this Norwell team is definitely firing on all cylinders, getting hot at the right time, and should be a really, really fun to watch them in the tournament going forward. Sectional kind of outlook. Very intrigued to see how Bishop Lures matches up against this Norwell team. Coach Pixley is going to kind of throw this kitchen sink at Norwell, and but this team has the ability to adjust on the fly to whatever any team's doing for them or to them, and we've seen them handle as Coach Thornton said, we've seen it all. We've seen it all.
It's true.
And this season specifically, I mean, think about the Huntington North game.
Yeah.
Right? Down here at the Castle, something that you don't see very often. They have the poise to come back, handle the press really well, speed up Huntington North, and ultimately come back on that, which now proves to be, what kind of clinched them at least to share that conference title is coming back against Huntington North. Huntington North then took care of Columbia City, which was huge. For the Knights to be able to share this title. So very good season all in all. The Knights have seen it all and are ready for it all going forward into the tournament.
Norwell wins here tonight, 66-16. The Lady Knights finish 18-4 in the regular season and 6-1 to clinch a share of the Northeast 8 title. East Noble finishes, actually they're not done yet. Coach Thornton was mentioning that they have a 4-game week. They've got their senior night tomorrow night, the back end of a 3-game stretch. And East Noble has 1 game left. They play Leo in a very winnable game at home at the Big Blue Pit. We'll be back on the air once again tomorrow at 1:30, shortly before the 1:30 tip time. Norwell boys take on East Noble in Kendallville for what should be a really fun matchup tomorrow afternoon. Well, that'll wrap it up here on the broadcast tonight. Norwell victorious over East Noble for one final time, 66-16. On behalf of my partner, Alex Howard, and our entire Wells County Voice crew, including our owners, Scott and Dale Menser, I'm Derek Decker saying so long and God bless.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of high school sports on the Voice Enterprises. Remember, none of this would be possible without the continued support of our sponsors. Please use their services whenever possible, and when you see them, tell them thank you. Join us again next time on the Voice Enterprises.